Hey folks, it's Ben. I've got a kind of a project I've been working on over the summer. It's our Moto-Mower Tiller. It originally had a Briggs and Stratton flathead, just a 5 horsepower motor obviously, because it says 5 horsepower right there. And when I picked it from the dump, the motor was seized up in trash, so I needed to put a new motor on it. So I originally found a Honda overhead valve 3.5 horsepower motor, hoping that would be big enough or strong enough. But it wasn't, and I'll show you the video of that right now. So with that not being powerful enough, I kept picking at the dump and I found this motor. It's an overhead cam Honda. Comes off a pressure washer. It's 5 horsepower and lots of horsepower for this thing here. Now it didn't take really any adaptation to modify. It bolted onto the old Briggs and Stratton bolt holes. And if you come over onto this side of the tiller, the thing I did have to buy for it, because I couldn't get the old pulley off, I originally had a V pulley that was 2 inches. This is a 2.5, so you just get the right output size and this, and then you weld them together so you've got one shaft. Everything else fit up just fine, from the clutch for the belt to the belt. I actually had the original belt, so we were kind of getting close on that. And this thing is just a complete beast. It's 26 inches wide, and it is probably the best tiller right behind my Troy-built Super Bronco that I've ever used. It's heavy and it's fairly decent to control. The wheels originally were broken, so these are wheels off a mower that I had, and they're a little bit bigger, but they work out just fine. And this height adjustment, just everything is peachy. So let me fire it up here, give you a little bit of a demonstration, and that'll be kind of the review of this guy here. It starts pretty good for a trash pick motor. It's neat because it has a fuel pump on board, but just like any motor, you go about half throttle, full choke. It does have oil and gas. I should be able to do it in about 2 pulls. That's what the hope is. Give it some time to warm up and then I'll show you. So for this machine, it's still a little bit cool, but you'll hear a chirp, and that's the belt, and it slips a little bit when it hits hard things and stuff, but it's not worth enough to actually pull the motor forward and tighten the belt up a little bit here. But this is well-tilled soil because of this machine, but I'll kind of give you a demonstration on how it works and things like that and how well it tills. Doesn't seem like it's revving up as high as she usually does under load, but it's also kind of cold still. And as the belt gets a little bit more worn in, it doesn't chirp quite as much. But definitely it was not enough. There's too much tiller for a 3.5 horsepower motor. It's certainly peachy for 5. If you have any questions on this, feel free to ask them. Subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. If you want to know more about this machine, which there isn't a whole lot to know, I don't know much about the Moto-Mower brand, but I do know that this frame between the steel here and the bars, it's a great chassis for a tiller. So I'm really happy with it. And when I get the motor spinning up a little bit faster, it just digs in. We're hitting rocks we've never hit before with any other tiller. So it's quite the neat one. I haven't hooked up the throttle. I don't think I need to. Kind of be a little complicated to do so, and it's a little sticky, so just setting your RPM and going seems to work fine, and the clutch works fine already, so I'm pretty happy with that. So with that, I'll catch you guys later.